Welcome to the group, everyone. It is great to have you here. When it comes to dealing with narcissists, I hope that these films provide you with helpful information, helpful strategies, and crucial resources like these. When it comes to dealing with narcissists, whether they be at work, after a breakup, or someplace else, the purpose of this essay is to assist you in doing so more effectively. Also, make sure that you allow alerts and that you follow this channel. It is important to be aware of these indicators that someone is a narcissist. Occasionally, narcissists experience negative emotions. Indeed, that is the case. They claim that they are unconcerned, yet the majority of the time, they are. It is because they want you and even themselves to believe that they are always confident in themselves that they put up a tough front in order to conceal how hurt they are. They have a lack of confidence in themselves and are cautious about revealing their true self. Exposing them for what they truly are is the most effective course of action to take. When dealing with them, this is an important manner in which you can offer yourself authority. The greatest method to cope with someone who is a liar is to be wiser than who they are. You are not trying to harm their pride, all you want to do is locate them and let them know what you are doing. Narcissists are like children who are afraid to show their weaknesses because their egos give them so much pain. In spite of the fact that it may appear otherwise, you should not forget that they probably fear you more than you scare them. Understanding this is really crucial. Changing the thinking of a narcissist is possible, as demonstrated by this final case, which is the most essential proof. Keep reading to find out more. Whenever you do something that hurts a narcissist, the first thing that happens is that they become cold and aloof from you. It is possible that they will avoid you or completely stop communicating to you. Our term for this is a ghosting. A significant portion of the time, this shift in behavior is a means by which they are attempting to regain control over you and the circumstance. As soon as they believe that they have been injured by something that you have said or done, narcissists want to regain control. It is possible that they will stop talking to you or become less cordial as a result of this. They want you to feel as though you are missing their love and concern so that you will want to get in touch with them again. This is their purpose. It is via this coldness and detachment that they demonstrate that they are still in control of the situation. When a narcissist becomes icy and reclusive as a result of what you have done, it indicates that you have had an effect on them. You can begin to comprehend the manner in which narcissists behave when they are experiencing feelings of helplessness or hurt in a relationship by observing how they behave in such a manner. A second point to consider is that narcissists who justify their negative actions are irritated by the fact that you are making them feel that way. It will come to your attention that they immediately shift the responsibility onto other individuals. In order to avoid taking responsibility for their actions, they frequently lie, deny, and place blame on others. The vast majority of the time, people believe that they are not to fault. When they are addressed or seen, they behave as if they are creatures that are imprisoned. In circumstances like these, narcissists may experience feelings of confinement or fear, which can cause them to become hostile or protective. They are using this behavior as a means of protecting their low self-esteem and maintaining control over the story to some extent. When you see them fighting back, you know you're on the right route. The manner in which they avoid and defend themselves demonstrates that they are uneasy and that they feel as though they are being invaded or exposed. You will be able to gain a better grasp of the narcissist's thoughts and the way they cope with losing control if you are able to comprehend these answers. As a third indicator, a narcissist will alter their behavior in order to place responsibility on you rather than on other people or to provide an explanation for why they behave in a certain manner. You are making things more difficult for them, as seen by the significant modification that you made. It is a sign that what you are doing is causing them to feel awful if they blame you for the troubles that they are experiencing. When this occurs, it is typically because they have gradually taught you to accept how they behave and think ever since the beginning of your connection, regardless of whether it is a personal or professional one. My previous workplace had been filled with narcissists. They are able to convince you to think and behave in a manner that is appropriate for them. Whenever you break this tendency and speak out against them, they will typically behave in a negative manner. Right now, you might be feeling irritated at yourself. This is something that they do if they believe that someone is being self-centered by making fun of their ego or their self-esteem. When they are afraid or when they have the impression that they are being observed, narcissists may commit violent acts. Right now is a favorable moment to remain in one's current location. You need to keep going even though many people would give up at this point because they are so stressed out, but you must not give up. Repeat to yourself, I will not back down from this position. Using this phrase, you tell yourself that it will assist you in dealing with the fury of a narcissist. As time goes on, your relationship with the narcissist will shift. Due to the fact that this transition is difficult for them, they can become upset or try to exert control over you. However, if you want to modify how you feel about someone, you should not back down from your position. In many situations, even when other people are being cruel, you should tell yourself, I will not back down. You should read this if you want to learn how to deal with narcissists and improve your relationship with them. In order to exact revenge on you, the narcissist will point the finger of blame at you, which is the fourth indication that they are upset by what you have done. Narcissists take use of your vulnerabilities in order to deceive and frighten you. They might say things like, you're not supportive, with the intention of making you feel awful and questioning the decisions that you have made. Because they are able to go under your skin, you may rely on them to keep you in accordance with the rules. It is possible that they will disparage you or criticize you as part of their scheme. There appears to be a problem with the narcissist's emotional state. I refer to this process as the ungluing. In the film that I directed, titled The Collapse of the Narcissist, this breakdown is depicted. In situations where they feel pushed or placed under strain by what you do, narcissists might sometimes lose their cool and lose it completely. Should they continue to behave in this manner, they are losing control. As a result of the failure of their earlier strategies, they resort to direct accusations and criticism. This demonstrates the effort that they have put in to conceal the fact that you have a great deal of control over them. Not due to the fact that you are who you are or what you do, but rather because they are unable to change. The narcissist may have been hurt by what you did, and the sixth symptom is that you should completely dismiss them. At this point, the sociopath is aware of whether or not you are on their side. Therefore, if they consider you to be their adversary, you become their worst enemy. There is a possibility that the narcissist would isolate you from your family and friends during this period. It's possible that they don't even have a valid basis to reject you. They may lose their cool or start stalking you if they believe that you are planning to end your relationship with them. This indicates that they have a strong desire to exert control over you or the circumstance, and they may engage in a variety of activities in order to achieve this goal. For instance, there are smear campaigns, the use of flying monkeys to damage your reputation, and the rapid movement of sources that are emotional or psychological. These are all examples. During this period, the narcissist adopts a full-on war mindset and exerts a great deal of effort in order to regain control or to do harm to other individuals. However, you must have a strong character. In situations where narcissists require assistance and support on a consistent basis, they will swap providers. Although it does not matter what you do or how good you are, what does matter is this change. It is because I have personally witnessed and experienced it that I am aware that narcissists will hunt for fire in other places. It is important to keep in mind that when someone moves during the discard phase, it is not due of your concerns and desires, but rather because of their own. Try not to give up. When things get difficult, it is important to remember to stay true to your principles and to avoid compromising them. The following 5 indicators demonstrate that the actions you take are having an impact on narcissists. We would appreciate it if you could share your thoughts with us in the space provided below. When it comes to dealing with narcissists, it is particularly crucial that a significant number of you have committed to continuing on with this voyage. You should check out this station if you haven't done so previously, and if you want to be notified when new videos are added, you should hit the bell. Being able to recognize a narcissist is the first step that may be taken to improve the quality of your life. It is important to keep in mind that the ability to negotiate is not only invaluable in the corporate world, it is also essential when dealing with difficult individuals, particularly narcissists. Be on the lookout for other films that will provide you with additional knowledge regarding instances like this and provide guidance on how to deal with narcissists. I can't wait to be of assistance to you as you embark on this journey towards a better and more powerful life. This is the beginning of your journey. It is possible to improve the quality of your life on a daily basis. We'll catch up with you in the following video.
I am overjoyed to be able to see you once more. Have you ever been in a relationship with someone who seemed to be fully consumed with themselves, to the point where you questioned whether or not they were even aware that you existed? If yes, how did you feel about it? Today, we are going to provide an answer to a very important question. When narcissists hurt other people, do they really care about the consequences of their actions? In spite of the fact that it is challenging to determine what they ought to accomplish, we are going to provide a response to the question today. Is it simply something that they overlook as something that is somewhat unimportant? Despite the fact that the matter at hand is fraught with complexities, we have gathered here to talk about it. There is about to be a fascinating insight into the thoughts that a narcissist has after the end of a relationship, and you are about to experience it. To what extent is it accurate to say that they are not experiencing anything, or is it really a facade that they are not feeling anything at all? We are having this unpleasant conversation in order to shed light on their actions and to provide assistance to those who are going through situations that are analogous to the ones they are going through. If this strikes a chord with you, we would appreciate it if you would click the like button and then share your thoughts with us in the box provided below. In the event that this is your first time visiting this site, I would ask that you kindly remember to subscribe so that we may continue our discussion about how to properly deal with difficult situations. When it comes to being truly self-centered, let's get to the root of what it means to be. Why don't we jump right in and play? The first step is to become aware of the feelings that you are currently experiencing. The individual in question was the recipient of genuine affection from you, and you cared enormously about them. In spite of the fact that it is extremely simple to have the idea that you have been tricked or controlled, it is of the utmost importance to accept the authenticity of your feelings. The fact that you do not miss them is a well-known reality. As a result of the fact that they are no longer present in your life, you are left with the feeling that there is a gaping vacuum in your life. They were an essential component of your day-to-day existence. In spite of the fact that they have promised to be there for you, you are left wondering why they seem to be so uninterested in the circumstances that you are going through. As a result of the fact that their actions do not correspond with what they have spoken, you are left feeling both hurt and confused. Rather than confronting the harsh reality of their inconsistent behavior, our brains frequently wander to notions that are comforting, such as, I love you. This is because we do not want to face the reality of their behavior. The existence of this contradiction results in the formation of an emotional roller coaster, from which it is impossible to escape. It is then that you become aware that they have become icy and distant. From one instant to the next, they show affection. You are going to experience feelings of unease and uncertainty about the future as a result of this circular pattern. When someone you care about starts to pull away from you, it is natural to wonder if they are still thinking about you. This is because it is normal to feel curious about this. You have invested a significant amount of time and energy into the relationship, and you are hoping that it will be acknowledged for the efforts that you have put forth with it. Nevertheless, it is possible that their understanding of care is very dissimilar to yours in every way. The reason for this is not that you are missing out on the emotional connection that you had with them. Rather, it is about maintaining control over the situation. They reorder their priorities, and they shift their attention away from the loss of your presence and towards the ways in which your absence affects their power and public image. The reason for this is that they will adjust their priorities as a result of your decision to take a step back. Their primary priority is to preserve their authority, rather than to deal with any true emotional effects that may arise as a result of their actions. My initial concern, following the departure of my spouse for a little length of time, was not about the emotional distance that would exist between us or the possibility of a reconciliation. Rather, it was about the impact that their absence would have on my social status and authority. The need to maintain control and to avoid being vulnerable is the underlying reason of the temptation to manipulate and destroy your happiness. They want to escape being vulnerable. In spite of the fact that their acts may give the impression of being unreasonable or harsh, at their core, they are a manifestation of their unrelenting pursuit of control and positive affirmation. Instead of confronting their vulnerabilities and inadequacies, they turn to controlling others emotionally and manipulating others through manipulation. Their strong desire to regain control and establish their authority is the impetus behind their efforts to entice you to rejoin their group of friends and acquaintances. Their distorted and self-serving view of caring is driven by the fact that they are motivated by a desire for power rather than genuine affection. This is the driving force behind their understanding of caring. It serves as a harsh reminder that not everyone has the same definition of